Commercial Property and Auto Insurance, Business 506, California Lutheran University. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to discuss commercial property insurance forms and describe commercial auto insurance. Business insurance. Just like individuals, businesses have insurance needs. In addition to the various health, life, and disability insurance benefits that are often provided by businesses to their employees, business needs also include commercial property, automobile, and liability coverage, workers' compensation and employer liability insurance, excess and umbrella liability insurance, business income insurance, and other types of insurance. Commercial property insurance refers to the coverage of losses to real and personal property. The Building and Personal Property Coverage Form, the BPP, is the standard form for insuring most types of business property. Covered property includes buildings, business personal property, and personal property of others. The covered perils on the BPP, the insured may choose from 4 cause of loss forms. One is the basic causes of loss, broad causes of loss, special causes of loss, and last is cause of loss earthquake coverage. So both forms on the left side cover the following named perils: fire, smoke, lightning, explosion, windstorm or hail, aircraft or vehicles, riot or civil commotion, vandalism, sprinkler leakage, sinkhole collapse, and volcanic action. On the right side, the broad form covers, in addition to what's on the left, falling objects, weight of snow or ice, water damage, glass breakage, and collapse. The special causes of loss form insures against risk of direct physical loss of any type unless specifically excluded by the policy. The cause of loss earthquake form insures against loss from earthquake. So some special property types. So in addition to the 4 common causes of loss forms, there are also forms for specific types of property. One is the builder's risk coverage form, providing coverage for buildings under construction. Condo association coverage form covers residential condominium associations. So this is the master policy, not the unit owner policy, the HO6. Now next is the condominium commercial unit owners coverage form, covers the interests of the owners in a commercial condo unit. Loss settlement. Losses are typically settled on an actual cash value basis and are subject to deductibles and coinsurance provisions. Replacement cost coverage and agreed value can be purchased at additional cost. Some definitions. Actual cash value usually equals replacement cost minus depreciation. Replacement cost is the method of valuing property losses where no deduction is made for depreciation based on IRS guidelines. Agreed value is when the insured and the insurer agree before a loss occurs the value shown for a covered item for loss settlement purposes. Some more definitions. Deductible, the initial amount or portion of a loss that is borne by the insured. Coinsurance, a provision that requires the property owner to share in the loss if the amount of insurance carried is less than a percentage value. And the coinsurance formula in commercial is the same as the coinsurance formula in homeowners, the numerator being the limits of insurance, the denominator being the value of the covered property multiplied by the coinsurance requirement. Take the result of that, multiply it by the loss. So here's an example for you. The widget company's manufacturing plant was completely destroyed by a fire. The cost to replace it was $1 million. It was only insured for $600,000. So the commercial property policy covering the plant included a deductible of $50,000 and an 80% coinsurance clause. So since the plant had been in operation for 10 years prior to the loss, the insurance company estimated depreciation at $300,000, making the actual cash value $700,000. Continuing on, had the commercial property policy on the plant included replacement cost coverage, the loss would have been valued at a replacement cost basis of $1 million. And the deductible under the policy was $50,000 regardless of how the loss is valued. The coinsurance clause required the commercial property coverage in the plant be no less than $800,000, so the million of the actual replacement cost multiplied by 80%. Since it was only insured for $600,000, the recovery from the insurance company will equal 75% of the loss. Numerator is 600, what they carried, divided by the denominator of 800, the replacement cost multiplied by the coinsurance percentage. So continuing on here with the same example, here's what the company would receive during the following loss settlement. We have the ACV versus depreciation equals the insurable loss of $700,000. Coinsurance limit at 75% is $525,000. Minus deductible of $50,000. Loss settlements $470,000. On the right side, we have replacement cost, where $1 million, no depreciation, so the insurable loss is $1 million. The policy limit of $600,000 minus the deductible, so the loss settlement would be $550,000. Moving on to commercial auto coverage. Commercial auto insurance refers to the coverage of losses arising out of the ownership and use of cars, trucks, and trailers. The Business Auto Coverage Form, the BAC, is the standard form for insuring most types of commercial vehicles. There are 9 classifications of covered vehicles. First, any auto. Second, owned autos only. Third, owned private passenger autos only. Fourth, owned autos other than private passenger autos. 5, owned autos subject to no fault. 6, owned autos subject to compulsory uninsured motorist law. 7, specifically designated autos. 8, hired autos only. 9, and non-owned autos only. So again, depending on the type of vehicle the commercial entity has is going to determine what symbol on the and the type of car it has, or the type of coverage for the car it has. So available coverages include liability, medical payments, no-fault benefits, uninsured and underinsured motorists, collision, comp, specified causes of loss, and towing and labor. So again, like the personal auto policy, the commercial auto policy can be tailored to the needs of the commercial entity. And insureds include named insured, most other persons driving owned autos, and non-ownership liability. Liability limits. Typically a single limit applying to all bodily injury, property damage, and covered pollution costs arising out of a single accident. So for example, employees use their personal autos for business purposes. In this circumstance, the employer would require the employee to carry high limits. Other commercial auto forms. Garage coverage form covers the special needs of businesses engaging in selling, servicing, storing, or parking vehicles. So again, it's a garage keepers or auto business form. There's motor carrier coverage form. Provide coverage for business engaged in commercial transportation services. And the minimum single limit on that is $750,000. In summary, we've had a chance to review commercial property insurance and commercial auto insurance. Thanks for your time.